Smith right on top of Abu-Shamala now. Smith's 15-footer. Banked hard, and Petway rebounds for Michigan. Collickson comes out on Smith. On the lob inside to Sims, blocked by Williams, tipped out to Smith. Minnesota's top shot blocker gets one here in the first half. McKenzie throws it to the wing and out of bounds. He saw Abu-Shamala, who was cutting to the middle of the floor, and threw it away. Purdue with its second road win in Big Ten play. Illinois is beating Penn State, but this year, Greg, if you win 2 games on the road in the Big Ten, I think that automatically ought to get you into the NCAA tournament.
You've got a huge leg up, and congratulations to the Boilermakers. Getting to even in the conference, still maybe a little work to do, but they are really, really working on that tournament resume. And for a team that hadn't won a road game in nearly 3 years, they get their second one at Northwestern today. Hats off to Matt Painter and his crew.
1-point ball game. With Sims scoring for the Wolverines. Collickson and Williams both on the floor as Minnesota goes with a bigger lineup, muscling up but short. Collickson misses. Williams misses twice. Smith comes away with it for the Wolverines. Finds Sims. Rebound by Collickson. Tommy Amaker wanting a foul, out of contact under the basket to our left. Abu-Shamala. It's a 2, and the former walk-on is red hot here in the first half.
All 11 points for Minnesota. Who knew? And that was quite impressive because he had to put the ball on the floor and sort of create something for himself.
Sims blocked and fouled by Williams.
Here Michigan gets up, takes the initial look away, but then by putting the ball on the floor, a couple of dribbles to his left, he finds the crack that he needs, and Abu-Shamala continues his impressive hot shooting.
He had 11 points in Ann Arbor, one of 5 Gophers who finished in double figures in points. The game was so uncharacteristic. Minnesota struggling all year long to score points, and they erupted for 80 and still came up in the short end of that game. As the Wolverines scored 49 points in the second half to beat the Golden Gophers.
Since that time, both teams have found it hard to score points. In fact, 2 of Michigan's last 3 games, they have not been able to make it out of the 40s. So scoring is an issue. Scoring is something that they're going to have to get done today if they're to walk out of here with a victory.
Erstwhile starter Sims with 4 points off the bench, and he's going to come out for a while. Damian Johnson on the floor for Minnesota, replacing Brandon Smith. Minnesota with just the 3 wins. Obviously, they have not played very long with the lead this year. Playing with the lead most of the way so far here in this first half. Coleman stop. McKenzie will reset the offense. 10 to shoot. Collickson, 5 to shoot. Partially blocked.
That's Udo again. Hand up, and knowing that with the shot clock winding down, Collickson had to go for the shot. He had really set him up to bother the shot. I think the defense of Epe Udo has been superb so far for Michigan.
3rd block for Udo. Smith working on a taller player. Finds the cutting Abram for a bucket. Lester Abram, who took just the 1 shot against Illinois, gets a bucket here to put the Wolverines back in front.
And a nice assist for Smith. Right now, not trying to do too much, not trying to do anything fancy. That's just a basic pass, but the result was superb. You get an easy layup for your teammate.
Abu-Shamala has all 13 Minnesota points.
And complains that he should have got an and one. Feels he was nicked on the elbow, but man, is he shooting it well right now.
Abu-Shamala is 5 for 5. The rest of the team is 0 for 9 from the field.
And he is off the bench, folks.
Strong move and a bucket
Basket by Abram.
For Abram, and he's got back-to-back buckets.
Well, Michigan playing better now offensively because they are not settling for the open outside shot early on the shot clock. They're working the ball inside, getting other people involved, and it's paying off for them. Now, if they can solve Abu-Shamala down on this end, maybe they'll have something going.
Coleman sticking with him. We're trying to, and now Coleman answers for Minnesota. Somebody other than Abu-Shamala gets points for Minnesota. Back and forth we go. Petway posting up on Coleman. And a miss. Petway seems to get almost all of his buckets with slam dunks. Misses inside. And Collickson bats it out to midcourt, out of bounds. And it will go to Michigan when we come back. He didn't start, but he's 5 for 5 from the field. And he shot Minnesota into a 1-point lead.
Excellent basketball player.
Great jump shooter, of course, before the days of the three-point shot. Minnesota by a point, but Michigan has the basketball. Javon Shepard on the floor for the Wolverines. Post feed inside to Harris. He's fouled and will go to the free throw line with a chance to shoot the Wolverines into the lead.
Once again, you can see the change in Michigan's philosophy. Early on, coming out, shooting shots from outside early, but now determined to get it inside, and it really doesn't matter to whom. That time you had Harris posting up.
Harris had a career-high 27 points against the Gophers in Ann Arbor. Golf fans and club pros, it's not too early to start thinking about the 2007 ESPN National Golf Challenge. You can log on to ESPNGolf.com to register your team or to sign your course up as a qualifying site. Be a part of the search for America's best twosome. A couple of free throws for Harris, and the Wolverines are back in front. We've had a handful of lead changes already here in the first 10 minutes of this first half. Stolen away by Udo, who's been the star of the game for either team with his defense. Abram. Sean Sims inside, can't find the basket. Tipped to the corner and out of bounds to Minnesota.
You know, Michigan at times can be a very good offensive rebounding team, but thus far in this game, Minnesota's done a nice job putting a body on people, keeping them away from the glass, and not giving them second shot opportunities.
Minnesota with almost all of its scoring from one player, and a player that didn't even start. Johnson finds a wide open Webster, who will go to the free throw line. Webster, just a freshman, left all alone and ended up drawing the foul.
Well, Webster set the nice screen, then was able to cut to the basket and went aggressively to the hoop. That's why he was able to get the benefit of the contact. Go timidly, and he would not have come away with anything.
Webster, a freshman, seeing some starts here in the second half of this season for Minnesota. Kevin Payton also starting some as a freshman. Lawrence Westbrook, a freshman, into the starting lineup now for the last couple of games. Jim Molinari dismissing Lemar Wilson in his first year with the program, a junior college transfer. Wilson missed practice on Monday, didn't accompany the team to Bloomington, Indiana, and was excused from the program on Thursday. Webster's free throws put the Gophers back in front. Tries to shake free from Westbrook. It's Javon Shepard who has it spin out. Coleman rips the rebound down and picks up a foul inside on Deshaun Sims. It has been a disappointing year. Dan Munson, in his season with the Golden Gophers, finished 2-5. The coaching change was made on an interim basis, and there doesn't seem to be any more clarity now than there was in early December as to who is going to take this job and try to